Staff at Google offices around the world are staging unprecedented walkouts in protest at the treatment of women at the company. It comes after a New York Times article revealed last week that Google paid millions of dollars in exit packages to male executives accused of harassment and then stayed silent about the cases. Now, to discuss this further, I'm joined by our correspondent Isabel Kumar. Isabel, what specific demands are Google employees making?
Oh, they're making some very specific demands because there's a lot of anger across Google because, people are walking out there from some 20 offices around the world. We've already seen walkouts in Tokyo and in Singapore. They can be taking place in Europe right now as we speak. So there's a lot of anger about these sexual misconduct allegations and sexual harassment claims, particularly around one person called Andy Rubin. And he was the creator of the Android mobile operating system and was paid some $90 million in an exit package and he left the company. He denies the allegations of sexual misconduct, but that was all kept rather quiet. So to these demands. So what people in Google are demanding is an end to what's called forced arbitration. And forced arbitration is when a sexual harassment allegation is dealt with internally. So it doesn't go to the courts. So critics of that will say, hey, that's not fair, because the person who's the alleged perpetrator of this, his identity is kept secret. So they're asking for that to be dealt with far more openly. What they also are asking for, and quite specifically, is a commitment to end pay and opportunity inequality. Sounds quite reasonable. That a publicly disclosed sexual harassment transparency report will be released. And they also want the people who feel that they have been victims of sexual harassment to be able to report these anonymously and safely. Now, everybody who's been leaving their offices today at Google have been leaving a little note on their desk, and this is what it reads. It says, "I'm not at my desk because I'm walking out with other Googlers and contractors to protest sexual harassment, misconduct, a lack of transparency, and a workplace culture that's not working for everyone." So that would really indicate that moves made by Google so far amongst its 94,000 employees worldwide have not been sufficient, and they want action more than words.
Okay, trouble and strife at one of the world's largest and richest companies.